Hi guys. Welcome to the Decrepit Dinklecasters. This is a podcast where me and my good friend talk about just the things that we love talking about. We are talkers. So, I'm really sad to announce that today's episode is the last episode of this podcast.
Yeah, it's really tragic, honestly. It was so fun that one time where, oh my god, it was so fun that one time, you know. I really wish we could go back to those times again. This series has truly...
Yeah, I think in this episode, our topic is going to be about just remembering the good times that we had and just going over some of the great things which we've done over these many episodes which we've recorded.
Holy shit.
Wait, what? What happened?
Our podcast is ending.
Yeah, I told you that's what the topic was.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I said holy shit because I got a kill in Valorant, by the way.
Why are you playing Valorant on the goddamn stream? We're supposed to be playing Fortnite.
Don't you know, man? Isn't that the rule? We're always playing Valorant while shooting this podcast. Remember back in episode 1 where you were like, "Hey, let's play Valorant while shooting the podcast."
Well,
and so
I don't
did
know.
that.
I've quit Valorant now. So in the last episode we talked about how squids shouldn't be alive, but this time I am.
But what about octopuses?
Hey, the script cuts off here. What am I supposed to say now?
Oh yeah, so wait, let me just write it real quick. So basically you talk about octopuses right now. Yeah.
What? But why would I do that? This is the last episode. We're supposed to be solemnly going over the things. The last.
Well, yeah, but you remember this is the first inside joke we made with our fans, octopuses, you know, and how everybody was like, oh, "That's so funny," and that's how we got popular in the first place because the fucking octopuses.
Oh yeah. That's
Yeah.
Gregatious.
Yeah. Oh my god, wait, was that a reference to episode 3? Gregatious?
Yeah, the Gregatious episode. Oh my god, that was so good.
Dude, that was my favorite episode. Unironically.
When we said that word, Gregatious, that was god damn amazing.
It was my life changed. Holy fucking shit, dude. The Gregatious episode was so funny. Don't tell our producer this, but the Gregatious episode was actually my favorite. I told our producer that it wasn't, but it actually is.
Our producer, he keeps going on about his favorite episode being the bear one. But to be honest, the bear one, I guess that's a lot of people's favorites. The bear one isn't bad. The bear one's not bad. But the thing is that we never acted on it.
Yeah, I mean, we were planning to, as a PR stunt, but yeah, I'm kind of glad that we didn't.
By the way, what does PR stand for? Is it penis relations, or
no? It's project. It's project. Runas. Runas is a different word for penis, by the way, in CMEs.
Right. I cut my runus off.
Yeah, me too. My dad castrated
that was such
me.
a good episode. That was such a good episode.
Yeah, honestly, I think
the only video episode of the podcast we've ever done, and oh my god, it was a smash hit. I mean,
we did another
has
video
been feeling
episode.
quite sore ever since then, and I've had difficulty peeing. But really, all the fans loved it.
Oh yeah, man! We made so much money off that, though. I don't think I should say that in public, especially since our producer would probably be angry at me. But it's okay. We fired him
if we
anyways.
were to say that we've made $87,065 off of this podcast altogether, it might be a little bit bad. So
yeah,
really, let's keep that quiet.
Yeah,
editor, cut that out.
Thanks to all of our fans, honestly, because without them, we wouldn't be able to pay our rent, which is $85.6 million.
My,
Like,
yesterday my fish got into a car accident and it was really sad.
that's really sad. My pet fish, his favorite podcast ended. You know what's my fish's favorite podcast?
I don't like fish.
The Joe Rogan podcast. So, anyways, how's the wife?
Dead.
Yeah. You
I
know,
I think the us as the decrepit Dinklecasters, right? We're
yeah,
we're old men now.
yeah,
I think it's time we get into the reason why we are shutting down the podcast. Well,
yeah, yeah.
my good friend here is at the ripe age of 97 now, and I'm not. I'm like a bit ahead even. I'm 103, and
Yeah,
we're really just getting too old for this. The
yeah,
podcast has been going for what, 60 years now, and like it's just I'm a bit tired. Like my grandchildren always say to me like, "Hey, grandpa." That's what they call me. They call me grandpa.
I call
I'm
you
not sure if I've
Graham.
mentioned that on the podcast. Oh my god, sorry. I have.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I
We all get a
I
bit emotional.
No, that wasn't
I.
emotion. I was struggling to remember how to speak.
Oh
But
yeah, yeah. Just like me and my arthritis. I'm an old man.
I'm
Shit.
an so I what was I saying? Oh yeah, my grandkids always tell me, grandpa, when are you going to retire from that podcast which you've been doing with that other guy for so long? Grandpa, your grandpa, your uh I forgot what they said, but I'll just oh yeah, they told me,
Wait.
grandpa, your
Oh my God! I just realized. You mentioned the grandpa thing in episode 256.
did I?
Yeah. Oh my God! Episode 256 was my favorite, dude. That was like the one where we made like the dolphin sex joke. That one was hilarious. Holy shit.
Really? That was. Wait, I don't even. My grandkids probably weren't even alive then. The
Yeah.
256 was. That was many episodes ago.
Yeah.
I.
I mean, I don't think
I.
my
I had
great
only just
grandchildren were alive.
had my first child. Ugh. I actually forgot what I named him, but.
You named him Germany.
Jeremy! That's right. That's right.
No,
He's.
Germany. Your dementia's really getting to you,
I don't have
Gramp.
dementia.
Your dementia's really getting to you, Gramp.
No, it's not. You're
I
I'm I'm a perfectly healthy 103-year-old man. So, really, I think you're
I don't know. It's kind of sad how we still can't retire even at the ripe age of 20. What how old am I, Gramp?
97.
97. It's so sad. I wish they reduced the retirement age in Germany, really. Cuz like,
You don't even
it's
live in Germany. You live in
fuck.
Canada.
My dementia's
Remember,
really
you
getting to me.
moved.
I'm moving all the time, like my lips.
Me too. Oh,
Oh
except
my
unless
god.
they lock up, which they sometimes do at my age. My
Yeah.
oh, I think we're going on a little bit of a tangent. We know that we're getting older, and we've already done multiple episodes about that. So,
Yeah. I still remember the one episode where we talked about dolphin sex. It wasn't like that dolphin sex episode. It was the second one, episode 372. That one was peak,
One of my
honestly. I
favorite
just
parts of the podcast was when, gosh, I can't remember.
your dementia's really getting to you, Gramp. It's okay. I understand as well. Sometimes I'm sleeping and I get really lonely at night,
Remember the one
Gramp.
episode which we did where we both forgot to turn our microphones on and it was just dead silence for the entire 40 minutes?
Oh yeah, that one was pretty funny. Hey, that was my favorite. We got like 40 million views for that one. That was crazy.
No, everyone hated it. I hated it.
I loved it. Gramp. This is like the first time since episode 351 that we've had a disagreement. Wow. Jeez.
What?
I think
We've
that time
had
we just
so many since then. We've had so many, and I don't think that you're taking this seriously. This is our last episode. The internet, the interwebs, the World Wide Web will never see our voices again, hear our faces again, or taste our voices again. And really, my voices are getting louder.
honestly
But
like why
that
don't they just
means when the
invent
voices get louder, my voice, my presence on the interweb and the outer web, dark web, the light web, they should all get hushed down so I can live out my own life in retirement.
why don't they invent a machine that undoes age so we can return back to the gripe old age of 71 again? That was the peak of my
Well,
life.
I think that this brings us into today's sponsor. Have you ever felt too old and just decrepit? Maybe even a Dinklecaster? Well, go on.
Yeah, I felt
You
like
have the
that.
script.
Oh yeah, so that's well, that problem is fixed by our sponsor, Dinkeldorf's age retirement, which it kills you. It kills you so you can be reborn into the age of 0 again, because truly there is no age like the present.
With the Dinkledorf age thing. Wait, hold on. The script isn't dinging me well. Hey, what did
It
you
must be
say?
your, it was your dementia. It's okay,
Sorry,
Gramp.
no, I don't have dementia. I just forgot my reading glasses.
Oh, sorry. It must
Anyway,
be my dementia.
my this product is very, very good. I used it on my grandkids and my Ouija board has been thanking me for ages. So I am selling this personally myself. That's why it's the sponsor. I am selling it directly to you. I have 3 in my house right now, and I'm willing to give away them for half price if you go to the link Dinkeldorf de-agifier / Decrepit Dinklecasters. That
They have
is
amazing sound quality, man. The things, they have amazing sound quality. I would
Yeah,
recommend them
I
so much.
I remember I could hear my grandson dying in there for days.
What kind of music do you listen to?
This is off topic. Anyway, that's the end of the sponsored segment. We'll be right back to the video.
Hey guys, we're back with Decrepit Dinklecasters. It is our last episode, Gramp. So, what do you think your favorite part of the last few episodes has been, since they were so influential?
I forgot.
It
I
must be
don't
your
know.
dementia, Gramp. It's getting worse.
My nose is telling me that I lost my spell through 30 years ago. But my eyes tell me that this
I remember when you casted a
my eyes
spell. It
can't
was your
speak.
first. It was your first Dinklecraft. It was your first Dinkle crafting. It was amazing. We almost
My
got
first
executed
Dinkle
for it.
crafting. Oh, Dinkle crafting. That was such a good series. That was so good.
We
Like,
would cast so many
oh,
fucking spells. Oh my god.
we, oh god, yeah. When we got the Shadow Wizard guest on, he was so cool. He taught us how to cast spells, and everyone like was always like commenting on our subreddit for so long, like, "Hey, Decrepit Dinklecasters, how did you do those spells? I tried out the thingy's instruction, but you censored half of their words. But we know the words. We remember.
Yeah. I
We just
remember.
haven't ever since
Ever
ever since
since
President Joe Biden like made casting spells illegal, we haven't done them.
Yeah. Oh, it can't be a last episode without mentioning Tommy, our third member. He, oh god, I'm getting emotional just thinking about Tommy. He,
Tommy.
Tommy, 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 dude.
You were only here for 2 years, but we miss you.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Tommy was. Yeah,
Sorry.
dude. It's only fitting that we get emotional on like last episode. You know, it's just. We should
I'll miss this podcast, but we've done so many episodes that my grandkids, they'll be able to listen to it and remember old grandpa's legacy for generations. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully they'll remember Tommy. Speaking of Tommy, that leads us to today's sponsor.
The Tommy gun. So,
Tommy, yeah.
So, have you ever needed to gun someone down, but needed to do it quickly? Well, our good friends at Tommy Gun Incorporated have got you covered. So, the gun itself costs $376, but if you use code Decrepit on tommygun.com/DECREPIT, you'll be able to get 34% off of your first Tommy gun purchase.
Yeah, Tommy would have loved this
That's the
product.
end of that sponsored segment. Back to the video.
Back to the video. So, you know, I was thinking about Tommy the other day, right?
Yeah. No. Okay. So
Tommy, dude.
I think let's change the topic. Yesterday,
I
had a really nice serene day under the sun. It was really nice. My nose got a little bit burnt, but I just put some aloe vera on, and
I love that shit.
It's getting better. Then I danced my ritual. I've always called it a ritual, even though it's just me sillily dancing in a mirror to no music playing whatsoever.
Nah, Queen, that's your ritual, Queen. I think it's more than just a ritual at this point.
I've never listened to Queen.
Me neither. I've heard they were a pretty good band. Apparently Tommy liked them a lot, but I wouldn't know.
Yeah, Tommy used to go all about his musics. I mean, I like my musics too. I'm a musician, but you know, Tommy was just something else, man.
He was really something else.
Tommy was something else. Okay, so.
Oh yeah, by the way, I was speaking to Tommy the other day when I was remembered of this amazing thing. There's apparently like this thing, right? By the way, that like turns you into a robot, but you can just switch back into a human anytime. Tommy said he tried it and it was pretty cool. I want to try it someday. I think it's called like Dinkle drafting machinery. I don't remember.
Dinkle drafting machine. We should get them to spot. Oh wait, it's the last episode.
No! Oh my god.
The Dinklecasting sponsorship will never happen to us, but maybe my grandchild has started a podcast because he's really he loves my legacy. He's 28. you should check him out. His name is Jonathan Jeremiah Podcasts
Oh,
on
Jeremiah.
YouTube. Jonathan Jeremiah Podcasts. So make sure to check him out. He's a funny lad. My grandkids are all such talented young people. Well, I guess they're in their 20s now. Actually, Lizzie is in
20.
her 30s now. But I also hate her. So I don't talk about her. But
I hate Lizzie too. One time I was talking to Lizzie, right? And she insulted Tommy.
God, that was
believe
after
it.
he died as well. That was when I stopped associating with her. Oh, sorry. Our
Yeah.
personal life is getting too much on this podcast. I think
I
we
mean,
should
you know,
we should go back to old times and just talk about dolphin sex again.
oh yeah, that was my favorite episode. Holy shit! It's only sad. It's pretty sad that we only made one of them, but like,
We
my
made
God,
two, remember?
sorry, it's my dementia getting to me. We should really get your dementia checked out, Graham.
I don't have it. I can remember things perfectly fine.
Okay, then.
Did I not just go into a recount of the last day, which I was happening? Did I not just recount like many episodes in the past, and I remember more than you? I don't know. I think you're forgetting that I don't have dementia. Anyway,
Graham, I think I have. What? This must be a symptom of my testicular cancer. I'm sorry, Graham.
that's not how that works.
I'm sorry, Graham. It's always like this. These podcasts. I'm so happy that we can do it, but like, you're so much better. You're so talented, Graham. I'm just.
My fish.
So the other day. Oh yeah.
I after it died in the car crash, I took its body out of its fish bowl. I didn't cry, but I also didn't eat it. I took it home. I gave it a proper burial in the compost pile. And it's been there for a few days now. So my fish, his name was Fish and Chip.
Wait a minute. You don't eat your fish when they're dead?
I don't like eating fish. I feel bad because the fish are for the other fish to eat. The fish are for the sharks to eat.
Whether you like it.
I'm just a man.
You're old man. You're getting too old for this. You clearly don't know the trend that the kids do nowadays. They eat their fish when they die. Apparently, I heard
you're
it sends them to heaven.
You don't even know what the kids these days are doing.
Well,
God.
Well, yeah, but I'm trying.
We should talk about things which we don't like kids doing. I mean, I know we've done an episode on that, but we're just revisiting the concept.
I mean, yeah, like it's been so long.
I don't like how kids these days are always so addicted to their phones. Back when we started the podcast, before we started the podcast, when we were small young lads growing up, there was no phones. There was no phones. Our podcast was broadcast through the radio, and we...
Oh yeah, I would listen to the radio all day long when our podcast was playing. It was so entertaining.
I never actually listened to our own podcast. I don't think I've admitted that before, but back when it was on the radio, I've never actually listened to it. I just talk in the moment. I enjoy doing it, but
those
I don't
guys
see
were
any
like
point
my
in
favorite.
going back and listening to the old Decrepit Dinklecasters episodes.
I mean,
I prefer listening to other podcasts. Like
maybe for old time's sake, we should revisit the old episodes. Like, what did we first
been
talk
listening
about?
to my grandchild Jonathan Jeremiah's podcasts recently. They're very good.
Oh, Jonathan Jeremiah! I heard that guy was really good. He was also this.
He's my grandkid.
Yeah, I heard it from like this guy named Graham. Oh my God! Sorry, my dementia's getting worse. Oh. Anyways, back to what we were saying. Yes, I think one day we should really I think next episode maybe we should
There's no
do our
next
first.
episode. This is the last episode. I'm sorry.
Oh my god! Seriously?
This is the last episode.
It's the last.
This is the whole topic of the episode. Do you not remember? And don't say your dementia's getting to you. You've not been to a doctor. They have not diagnosed you yet. You should be fine. Just stop saying it. Just stop talking. I'll talk for the rest of the episode.
All right.
So, my good friend here, we had so many good memories playing podcasts. We've been going at this for a while now, and our podcasts have risen to the top. We even passed Joe Rogan at one point, though he's past us now. Joe Rogan will always be on top. He's quite a young lad, although I guess not really super young. He could be my child. But it's really, oh god, I'm so tired. I guess this is why we have decided to shut down the podcast, because we're old and we just can't carry on. We can't carry on. We can't carry on. So my friend here, I'm gonna ask him some questions now. So hey, what did you feel about episode 2? Oh hey, Grandpa, episode 2 was really good. I remember we talked about so many fun things, like walls and floors. The house episode, remember? God, we should make a new house episode. But thanks for your answer, person. But I'm gonna have to decline your request, because it's time for a story which I don't think I've told in the podcast before. So I was walking down the streets in New York. I don't live in New York, but I visited there once. And so I was walking down the street in New York. Busy city, lots of people. It's the daytime, by the way. This was when I was 64, so I was not that old, but I was still old enough to which most of the young'uns would pay respects to me as their elder. So I was going around, and there was a teenager going past me on his skateboard, and he was skating, and I was just like, hey, young lad, cut that out. All these young'uns on their skateboards now. Back in my day, they weren't invented yet, so really, how could they do that? He was so rude too. He was going so fast. He turned around, he turned his head around, and he was like, I'm sorry, but that's all he said. He only said, I'm sorry. He didn't even stop skateboarding. He wasn't sorry. In fact, I saw another old man he went past as well, though that old man must have been keeping to himself and being nice, trying to be nice to the little fucker, because he didn't say anything. I just continued walking. But I don't know. It's really disrespectful to go past someone who's just walking down the street on a skateboard like that. So I'm continue walking, right? And I get to my favorite sushi store in New York. Sushi store in New York. And they sell New Yorkan sushi. And so I was like, hey man, give me some of that New Yorkan sushi. And they say, York to meet you. Here's some Yorkan sushi. And they give me some. But what I don't realize is this Yorkan sushi has fish in it. And I don't like fish. I'm not a very good fish eater. I've mentioned this episode. This is the last episode, by the way. So this Yorkan sushi, it had fish and it had chips in it as well. I was like, hey there, why do you have chips in your sushi? And they're like, this is how New Yorkan sushi is. We're Yorking. And I'm like, Hey there. Hey. Hey now. I didn't even give you my order yet. You just gave me this and forced me to pay. And they were like, well, that's just how it works here in New York. And then pulled out a gun on me. And I dropped my sushi. And then I was like, I'm sorry, I'll get out of your store now. And that's when my favorite New York and sushi place stopped being my favorites. It's not my favorite anymore. They changed ownerships then, and that was the first time I'd walked in since they changed ownerships. And that was just so rude, and it's not even a good business model. I think they shut down about a year later, which really was deserved. So anyway, how'd you enjoy that story? Ah, yeah, that was a good story. Thank you. So, gosh, I think we should end it here. So, this episode has been good. It's brought back so many memories of the old times when we were recording the old podcasts back in the day. Back in the day when we were just young lads just wanting to have some fun. And I think, really, we've had our fun. Yeah, we have! It was a lot of fun! So, really, just thank to all the fans out there. Thank you so much for being with us and being loyal and just being great people. Yeah! So, as we've always done in our outros, we're Decrepit and we'll Dinklecast you later. Goodbye. Forever.